a video demo on how to interview developers, engineers, and data scientists, regardless of whether you're technical or not. We will cover what questions to ask, how to gauge whether a candidate is interested, how to get the candidate to provide you estimates for how long a project might take, and how to compare those estimates and assess them. In the video, I go over how to interview developers on Slack chat, but you can also orchestrate parts of these on video calls. We've even had clients ask developers to create Loom videos for them, where they walk through a codebase's architecture and technical design in a way that non-technical and technical people alike can understand. Without further ado, let's get started.
The first thing you should do is find all the developers who are a good skill fit for your role and invite them all. When developers accept your interview invites and you are introduced to them in the LD Slack organization, you should conduct the interview in a way that is both efficient and deeply informative to you. This is so you have enough choice and an information advantage. The system will create one-on-one interview channels with a naming convention of LDI, standing for LD interview, and then part of your name and part of the developer's name. It will provide suggested interview questions around expected work arrangements, software engineering process, productivity and responsiveness, teamwork, and software engineering development. We recommend asking the developers to answer all the expected work arrangement questions, as well as your favorite questions from the detailed sections. For instance, here, I asked her to answer question number 2 and 3 and 5 from the software engineering process questions, which are about maintaining, deploying, and testing code. I also asked about number 1 from the productivity and responsiveness questions, which is about estimating time, and about number 1 from the software development questions, which is about security, and number 15, which is about good UX practices. I then evaluated the cogency of her responses here. Then I compared those answers with the answers I got from another developer over here. I went on to provide a brief overview of our goals as an organization and an overview of the project at hand here, concluding by asking the developer if they had bandwidth and interest. I compared the response I got here with the rest of the developers, like over here. Finally, I provided a list of the features I wanted developed in non-technical language. These features, for instance, can include what you want a web page to show or what you want to happen when a button is clicked. You can hand draw mockups, or you can use a digital wireframing or Sketchpad software. You could ask the developer to label each feature and sub-feature with the number of hours they think it might take them to complete. You should tell them that no subtask label should be more than 4 hours. If you're finding that a task will take more than 4 hours, then you should break it down into subtasks that will take less than 4 hours each. This is how you can get enough granular data and get a higher fidelity estimate. For instance, I received an estimate over here and I compared it with other estimates that I got, like over here. And over here. Eventually, I decided that this developer had the best estimate and justification for that estimate, so I hired him, and his interview channel was converted into a project's one-on-one channel. To make this decision, I compared across the developers' responses in a spreadsheet, how long they might take for the tasks, their availability, etc.